There's always that education moment when I introduce to you what Rotary is. And tonight we are going to be looking at the 7 areas of focus for Rotary. What are those avenues in which we serve? First one is disease prevention, peace and conflict management. We have basic education and literacy. We've got community empowerment. We have environment. We have maternal and child health care. We have those 7 areas of focus, and they are the reason we exist as Rotarians. And as we work through those areas of focus, we have an interesting collaboration that has just called on to us. There are 7 clubs that have decided tonight to join together to make sure that they are able to serve under the 7 areas of focus. And those clubs have put together the 7 areas of focus in one area, and that's the Bujo area in PG. It is amazing to see that seven clubs can implement these 7 areas of focus. Those 7 clubs are
Through stories of change and progress, Rotarians work hand in hand with communities to build and develop opportunities for decent and productive work for the young and the old. We also help local entrepreneurs, community leaders, and women in impoverished communities. Rotary's approach to community economic development is simply developing sustainable solutions to empower people to break the cycle of poverty through training, mentorship, and provide resources to aspiring entrepreneurs so as to start and sustain their businesses.
the 7 clubs are going to be implementing all this in one community of Bujo in PG. Isn't that amazing? Welcome to the Rotary Moment Show.
As your year of leadership ends, we stand together to celebrate you and the incredible journey we've shared. Under your guidance, this has truly been a magical year, a year marked by growth, impact, and inspiration. You led with vision, compassion, and unwavering dedication. Because of you, over 100 market women were trained and empowered. 650 lives were touched through our medical camp. Countless lives were saved through our blood donation drive. We welcomed our first major donor. We earned our first Discon Award. And we saw record participation in our projects and events. You brought energy. President Shabela Agodo is a radiant force of leadership. Her smile alone can brighten any room, but it's her passion that truly leaves a mark. A fierce advocate for environmental conservation, she transforms vision into action through bold community-driven projects. As an avid runner, she brings the same stamina, focus, and drive to her leadership at the helm of RC Saturday E-Jazz. Today, we gather to honor a truly magical leader, the 5th president of RC Chira, President Millicent Bulafu. Under her inspiring leadership, the Rotary Club of Chira has soared to new heights. Let us celebrate the incredible milestones achieved during her magical year. A remarkable $27,000 was contributed to the Rotary Foundation. Every single member gave, achieving 100% participation in TRF giving. The club grew to include 26 Paul Harris Fellows, 2 major donors, and 2 benefactors. Together, we executed 9 impactful service projects, including touching lives and transforming communities. During the quiet days of COVID-19 lockdown, our community found comfort in gathering at Hidden Village. It was there, between games of volleyball and shared laughter, that many of us first met Drake Bob Kabuye, a man whose quiet strength would leave a lasting impact. Drake doesn't lead with loud words, but with steady, thoughtful actions. His humility, kindness, and reliability quickly earned him the respect of everyone around him. With unwavering dedication and a heart of service, Dr. Charles Olaro brought the magic of Rotary to life. His leadership was marked by action, compassion, and impact. From completing a maternity ward at Bukerere Health Center 2 to building a classroom for children with cerebral palsy and advancing menstrual health through the Pink Basket Initiative, among many others. A true embodiment of service above self. Dr. Olaro led with humility and purpose. Despite his high office, he worked shoulder to shoulder with members, always present, always kind, and always committed to making a difference. Rotarians and guests, today we gather not just to mark the end of the term, but to celebrate a legacy crafted by a leader whose presidency has been nothing short of magical. President Jolly Twine, you have led the Rotary Club of Kampala Morning Stars with a rare blend of heart, humility, and unwavering purpose. Your leadership has not only steered us forward, it has lifted us higher. With grace and grit, you turned challenges into triumph and ideas into impact. Ladies and gentlemen, Rotarians, Rotractors, and guests, today we honor a leader whose year at the helm has been nothing short of magical. President Frank Neil led with courage, charisma, and clarity. Under his leadership, the club saw record engagement with over 150 participants at KEB meetings. His administrative acumen brought structure and foresight, including the club's first ever pre-approved budget and activity plan. Frank's passion for service shone through initiatives like DICE, D-I-C-E, which empowered over 4,000 pupils across 25 schools in 18 districts.
It was such a pleasure to serve with each and every one of you. So congratulations on a job well done. As I always remind you, we still have about 20 days to go. We can still do a little magic, but congratulations for having come this far.
I want to introduce to you the presidents that are doing this amazing work. From the Rotary Club of Kampala, Impala is Rotarian and incoming president Haji Issa Bukenya, who is taking on the mantle for the Rotary Club of Kampala, Impala. President for the Rotary Club of Chira, Engineer James Joloba, who is part of this collaboration. The baby among them all, from the Rotary Club of Nsasa, Josephine Akelo, who is taking on the chain today as president for the Rotary Club of Nsasa. The amazing Christine Alupo of the mighty Rotary Club of Sonde. And the reason I say mighty is because this club is amazing. 130 members in only 3 years. They have done so well. The indifferent club that has built itself from COVID and meeting online is President Ivana Kabatesi, who is taking on the chain for the Rotary Club of Kampala Morning Stars. And the amazing Victoria Chigundu, who is becoming president for the Rotary Club of Kampala Alibad. And she has been a major champion for this collaboration. She has wanted, we have seen this from the 99th District Conference, where she had the signature, the focus areas visualized in a fashion show, and she has championed this. And finally, President Daudi, who is taking the chain for the Rotary Club of Ijas, for the diaspora, those that meet online. They have built a lot around the environment and have grown this along the way. These 7 presidents have managed to come together, and they've effectively decided to implement these 7 projects in one area in Mpigi. I think this is a very lucky community to be able to visualize and be able to implement all the 7 areas of focus. This should be an example for Rotary International, the 22 zone area of Africa, because this is one collaboration that is one of a kind, and it's something that all of us should look for. So Haji and President Bukenya, can you tell us about the collaboration? And maybe we could also go back a bit and learn about how long you've been in existence, vis-a-vis your collaboration with these other 6 clubs. What does it mean to your club as Kampala Impala?
Thank you very much. First of all, collaboration is power.
Yes.
As 7 clubs, we realize that whenever we come together, we can create big impact within the community than working alone.
Yes.
So that's the main purpose of the collaboration, to make sure that we deliver the best into the community.
Yes.
Yes. And I call upon all my club members, plus the community of Bujo, plus the leaders, community leaders, to be active, be part of us, collaborate, bring in ideas on how we can improve the livelihood of the community within Bujo.
Wonderful. So, President Bukenya, the Rotary Club of Impala is partnering with the other 6 clubs, and for you, you're going to do peace building and conflict prevention. And I think this is something that troubles many people. The champion of peace is actually District Governor Ann Kutu, who, for me, the first time I saw her do this was the very first time we were forming the Peace and Conflict Resolution Center in Makerere. And I think very many people don't understand what peace building is and what it's supposed to do. Maybe you could tell us what it is that you're doing in terms of peace and conflict prevention in this collaboration.
Thank you very much. Within the community, we have some conflicts between some religious segments.
Okay.
And between the church and the community. So we think with partners like we have legal teams.
Yes.
We have
an RCC.
RCC within the community.
Yes.
We have a team from Peace Center in Makerere. So we are partnering together to make sure that bring in harmony between the church, the community, and the school.
Wonderful.
Yes, and also we intend to teach and train the community on how to maintain peace.
Yeah.
Community, I mean the community itself and the leaders of the community to find out on how to manage peace within the community, within the families. Yeah, that's what we intend to do.
Wonderful. I think that's a wonderful idea. Many people don't understand the peace and conflict prevention area of focus, and it is a blur area that we have to educate a lot of the viewers and the Rotarians. Now I want to go to your club, your Rotary Club. This would have been, if this was a solo installation, I would be asking you, what is your strategy for the year of Unite for Good? What is it that you're going to do this year as president for Kampala Impala?
First of all, we want to engage members.
Okay.
You know, whenever members are well engaged, they become active in club activities.
Yes.
Then with that, the other thing can also follow up.
Yes.
As long as the members are actively involved into club projects.
And how many members are we talking about?
Right now, we are 22 members.
Okay.
And I call upon all of them to be active, to be actively involved in club activities, to bring in ideas on how we can improve the communities we are serving, plus the club as well.
Wonderful. So for the 22 club members, I will still throw a bone to Haji Bukenya and ask you to ask the people in the area of Kampala Impala where you fellowship to rally Rotarians. We are going to recruit on the screen now. What is it that you want to tell that person who has not joined Kampala Impala? Where should they be located to come and fellowship with you so that we can build on the 22 members?
Thank you very much. I call upon everyone within the area of Bukoto, Kisasi, Ntinda, Naguru, Kololo. First of all, we sit at Kabila Country Club every Thursday from 7 to 8.
Okay.
We don't spend a lot of time. We spend
one hour. Yes.
Kindly save that hour within a week. Come and be part of us. Come and we serve the community. Come and bring in ideas that can improve our club and ideas that can improve our communities.
So if you are in the area of Bukoto,
Bukoto,
Ntinda, Chebando, they can all come.
They can all come. Kisasi, Chiwatre,
yes,
all
Bahai. Do come and join Kampala Impala. They sit at Kabira Country Club. Idi Mubarak Haji, and thank you for being with us on this wonderful day for your celebration.
Thank you for hosting Impala.
Yes.
We're also inviting you to be part of Impala.
I am a Rotarian from the Rotary Club of Chiwatre.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for allowing us to interview you. The Rotary Club of Chira. If you've all been following the Rotary Moment, you notice that we have covered every installation of the Rotary Club of Chira. For the last 3 years, I think we've managed to cover each and every installation. And for those that we missed, well, we are still here. Welcome to the Rotary Moment show, Engineer Jolova. And congratulations on taking that chain, which I think should have come a couple of years ago.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, as we go into the interview, I want to talk about this amazing idea of collaboration.
Yes.
You have partnered with the 6 other clubs.
Yes.
And there's nothing as powerful as collaboration.
Yes.
Which I think you guys have done so well. And I think we first met during COVID, when you were still doing a lot of good work in Chira. I want you to talk about this collaboration and what it is that you're going to do in disease prevention and treatment for this particular collaboration.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to talk about this collaboration. Collaboration is strength.
Yes.
Whenever we are united, we can perform better.
Yeah.
Clubs working single-handedly are taxing, have a lot of, they are taxing. The activities are too taxing to members.
Yes.
So when you come and unite and then form one, do projects as a team, you perform better.
Yeah.
Like one writer said, if you want to get results, collaborate.
Collaborate, yes.
And at the top there, there is no competition.
No.
There is only a collaboration. So the 7 clubs here you see, we are at the top.
Yes.
Most of them have done well in order for us to collaborate and come up with this. The Rotary Club of Chira is going to handle disease prevention and treatment under the collaboration. Of course, every club will be leading in an area of focus. But Chira specifically will be handling the issue of disease prevention and treatment. This one we do polio immunization, we do healthy camps to make sure that the communities are given treatment in some of the diseases which may look simple, but people are struggling with.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why we've come up with one of the projects in Bujo to handle such issues as others also handle. But as we do this collaboration, it does not mean that when we go to the site, we shall be handling all of the 7 areas of focus at the same time. So we shall not go there and then do one and then go. We shall be handling 7 areas of focus. Now, when it is time for disease prevention, it will be the Rotary Club of Chira that will lead that time.
So I would like you to move a call to action to your club members. What is it that you want them to do for you to ensure that you can achieve these goals that you've just mentioned? You can have as much implementation within your area as much as possible. And what is it that you want them to do for you as their president?
Thank you very much. as the president, you said,
Yes.
for me, I will be leading the team.
Yes.
All the contributions
Yeah.
are going to come from members. All whatever we are going to do, we will have to work closely with the club members. And at this point, that I request them to line up behind me and work together to promote Chira community. Yes, please.
Wonderful. So the Rotary Club of Chira meets every Wednesday at
Zebra Sport,
yes,
from 7
Yes.
to 8
yeah,
p.m.
wonderful. Now, for me, one of the things that is interesting about a child is when they start to walk.
Yes.
When they start to blubber and talk, those little things.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with Rotary. A baby club that has gone through the first year, the second year is very hard.
Yes.
The third year for the president is even, you have the lukewarm water and,
Yes.
and you're trying to balance.
Yes.
And I think I want to congratulate you, President, for Rotary Club of Nsasa. Welcome with me. The baby of Nsasa, who is only 3 years.
Yes.
President Josephine Akello, welcome to the Rotary Moment Show. As a baby, I mean, this collaboration is very interesting because I think for us when we were in school, when the big girls would want to adopt us, it was always very interesting.
Yeah.
And I want to always look at this in the same way.
Yes.
You've gotten the big boys to say, come, little
Yes.
sister, let's work with you. And I think that's very nice. What do you have in terms of your contribution towards the collaboration? What is that you are expecting to do as you collaborate with the other 6 clubs in this particular 7x7 collaboration?
Thank you. My name is Akello Josephine. I'm the president-elect of the Rotary Club of Nsasa.
Yeah.
And as you're aware, we're a new club. We're a new
Babies.
kid on the block.
Yeah.
And we are excited. The members are excited to collaborate with the 6 other clubs.
Yeah.
And they've been around for some time.
Yes.
And we are excited because we are bringing in something new. By the way, we've already won an award for
Yes.
the most collaborating club.
Wow.
Yes, we did. And our area of focus is going to be water and hygiene and sanitation.
Yeah.
So we are looking at Bujo. Bujo is a community that is struggling in terms of social services.
Okay.
And as a club and with members, we are ready to bring in, collaboration first of all, but also to ensure that we give a service to the members of this community.
Okay. Well, as a baby, if you're handheld, I think that's one of the best mentorship that you can get from any club. Now, I know that you've been put onto the collaboration. That's wonderful. And I know it's going to be a very good experience to your club members. But Josephine, I also know you have a strategy for the club. There's something that before the collaboration came, and kudos to you as the leaders of these clubs for having thought about the collaboration. One of those things is that you led and put your foot forward.
Yes.
What is that strategy that you have for your club?
Yes.
Yeah, in terms of this year, how are we uniting for good apart from this particular collaboration?
Well, apart from the collaboration, we have our signature project that is Nyanja, and we're focusing this Rotary year on water, hygiene and sanitation.
Wonderful.
But we are also focusing on disease prevention, maternal and child health.
Okay.
We are not, much as we are collaborating with the other 7 Rotary clubs, we are not leaving our signature project behind. We have already done a lot of work in that area. We have recently procured a 10,000 litre tank.
Okay.
The service is still ongoing. We are yet to launch that project. And as a club and with all the members of Rotary Club of Nsasa, we are excited to be able to do this, first of all. But we are also working with other partners. We have a few people who have come on board who are supporting us to ensure that we achieve this at our Nyanja Health Center 3.
Wonderful. President, you have a club that has so many members, and I know what happens on the 3rd year as a Rotary club that has just been formed.
Yes.
What is that call to action you would like your club members?
Yes.
do you want them to do for you? How should we rally them to ensure that they are on the 7x7, they are in Nyanja, and they are in fellowship to serve as you expect them to?
I call upon all members of the Rotary Club of Nsasa to rally behind me, to align with me, to ensure that we achieve not only the success that comes with the Nyanja Health Center 3, but also to work with me to ensure that we bring the collaboration to light. We are ready to ensure that we improve the quality of life of the people of Mpigi and Bujo in general.
Wonderful. Yes. Now I'll give this one more, I'll throw them a bone.
Okay.
Because they're a baby, and I'll ask them to tell you when they fellowship and how you can reach them. The others I know are way older and you will find them anyway. But for the Rotary Club of Nsasa, I know many of you stay in Nsasa, you stay in Bulindo, you can still join a Rotary Club in this area. So I'll ask President Josephine to tell us where they fellowship, when they fellowship, and how you can reach them.
Okay. Thank you. Rotary Club of Nsasa sits every Thursday from 7 to 8 in Hidden Village Resort, that is in Nsasa. Nsasa is located in Mukono. We're just right behind Chira. So as we unite for good this Rotary year, come and we serve, come and have fun, come and we create impact together.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, President Josephine. Congratulations on taking the chain.
Thank you.
Third year is an interesting year. You learn a lot, but also you've got your big brothers and big sisters who are holding your hand to make sure you serve. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on a wonderful installation.
Thank you so much.
Now, the club I'm interviewing right now is one of those very amazing clubs. Why? Because they started with a bang. In their first year, they won about 6-7 awards.
Absolutely.
They were babies. Rotary Club of Sonde won over 6 awards. They were the biggest. And this was COVID. So welcome with me, Christina Lupo, the incoming president of the Rotary Club of Sonde. Congratulations on taking the chain.
Thank you.
It's not a simple feat to lead 100 and what? You're 100 and...
Right now we're 136.
What?
I know, it's big.
136
136 amazing people,
Rotarians in the district. And I think for me, you are a testimony to so many new clubs that you can grow in a community-based area and grow your numbers and also have it impact your community.
Absolutely.
My first interaction with you was on basic education. So as you can imagine why I have to ask you my first question. 7x7, but you're doing maternal and child health. Why, Christine? Why are you doing this yet? You did so well in basic education.
My name is Christine Benadetta, and I am the fifth president of the Great Rotary Club of Sonde.
I can imagine, great.
I'm very proud to be so.
Okay. Well, my first question was about why maternal health, maternal child health, and not basic education, which you do very well.
And I do agree we do that very well. We love it. It's something for which we have a strong club classification and experience. But we do care about all the 7 areas of focus. And every opportunity to do an area of focus, we take it. We also care very much about maternal and child health because our signature project, which is the Bukerere, is really driven by the needs and our assessment and our desire to control maternal and child health. So it's our signature project, and that's why we will always be
Okay. So when we talk about 7x7, it means that for all the different places that the 7 clubs that are going to implement the 7x7, you will be in charge of the maternal and child health part of each community. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, so how we've decided to work is, whereas a club will lead the programming and the planning and the collaboration it is very much a collaboration. So we are not saying one club is going to come and do Matano and go away. All clubs are doing everything. It is just that the champion at that point in time is Sunday. Okay. And so the champion for environment is Rangers. But we are all involved equally and fully. And all our service projects, all our planning is done together. But we are taking the lead because it's something that as a club we are familiar with, we have assisted for, and we would like to be the multiplier effect in leading the collaboration clubs to achieve that together.
Wonderful. Now, as we go away from the 7x7, the collaboration and the communities you're working with are so lucky. Very lucky.
Yes.
I want to talk about your strategy for Sunday.
Yes.
What else are we only expecting the 7x7? What else do we expect to see from Sunday?
Right.
Yeah.
So belonging to this collaboration, uniting for good, is in tandem with one of the key messages we keep hearing resonating in Rotary today.
Yeah.
Get together, do better, be bold, and that's what we are doing.
Which you have done very well.
Yes, and we really want to set the pace in that regard. Now, but it does not mean that we are only doing everything we are doing under that. We still have a cerebral palsy project that we care very much about in Sunday. One of the beauties of a community like Sunday is there is so much range for a club that's intentional to make an impact, because all the 7 areas of focus, it's a community club. So there is no shortage of needs, and what we have to be is intentional about how we want to approach each need, when, and the resources for it. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on, but my final question to you, what is your call to action to your club members? What do you want your club members to do for you to succeed next year?
So, to begin with, we are all in Rotary because we wanted to serve.
Yes.
We wanted to serve, we wanted to get together, get like-minded people and cause impact in life. That is the first thing, and that's my rallying call for all the discussions we have.
Yes.
Now, as a community club, my call to the members is let us create the impact that our club was born to do.
Yes.
So my call to our club members is that let us continue to do what we were born to do, what we love to do, to express our diverse skills, our diverse classifications, and the desire to serve. As a community club, born out of COVID, we had the opportunity to see in live form the needs of people at that time. It was lockdowns, it was food, and we got involved. And that, I would like us to use our evolution, our birth, to inspire what we do throughout. We are a good thing. We're a club that's here to stay, and we're a club that's strong in very many ways, and we're here to support the mission of Rotary. Service above self, and to do good in the world. So thank you very much to my club members. I look forward to a great year of service.
Now, the club I'm interviewing, I was there on their inception when a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, became president of this charter club. This club when it was being chartered. And even when the idea to conceive Kampala Morning Stars was being conceived, I probably might have been in earshot. When past President Sam Gambwachi was becoming president, I remember the first thing I said was, you've taken on a club, a very unique club. Let us see where you are at 3 years. And today, well, at 5 years, congratulations on taking on this chain of this wonderful club. And I know you've done wonderful things. But first, I'll ask you to introduce yourself and then tell us this collaboration, because when you look at the different clubs that are collaborating, we have a 6-year-old, you even have a 3-year-old. It's like you're hand-holding at every level, and it's very interesting to see this big sister, big brother role that is happening, and I think it's wonderful, and I hope other clubs can emulate the same thing. Let's talk about that. as Kampala Morning Stars, and in your uniqueness in terms of Rotary, how you meet and how you fellowship?
Okay, I am Yvonne Nakabatesi. I am a charter member of the Rotary Club of Kampala Morning Stars. I've served in various positions. I've been a club secretary. I've been a club treasurer twice.
Okay,
Actually,
wow.
I'm now the outgoing club treasurer.
Yeah.
And I'm now the current PE,
Okay.
incoming as president.
Yeah.
It's a young club. I'm now going to be the 5th president,
Yes.
and I have hopes that it will grow,
It will grow.
bigger and brighter.
Yeah.
Yes. Then about the collaboration, we have some sister clubs that were born by the Rotary Club of Bukoto.
Yeah.
That is Kampala Morning Stars, our club. That is Saturday Ijaz and Early Bird.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, we are joined by RC Sunday, RC Kira, RC Nsasa to form that collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the intention of this collaboration was not only about installation, but we intend to do a joint project.
Yes.
A joint project in the community of Ubujo in Impiji, where each club has been assigned an area of focus.
Yeah.
However, it does not mean that this club will only concentrate on that. We all work together.
Yes.
Yes, but the signature club has its own area, but we are all working together. It's a win-win. So one club does a project on Belep. It's a win for all the clubs because we are all going to be working together, not only Kampala Morning Stars. Yes, so I believe and pray that this collaboration can go on and on. For our strategic plan goes for a period of 3 years.
3 years.
3 years for the start, then we are looking at doing more years if all goes well. Yes.
Wonderful. So basic education is what you're focusing on. Yes. And I know that Mike Sevalu, wherever he is, must be very excited because this is his baby. As we move away from the collaboration and what this looks like, and I think the 7 areas of focus have been covered really well. If anybody is watching this in the Zone 22 or at Rotary International, this is something to emulate. And I think it should go a long way to show the level of collaboration. I want to go to your club. Before this 7x7 collaboration, you were selected 2 years ago to become president, and goals were made for the club. There's a strategy. What is it that you're going to do during the Unite for Good? Yeah.
So my main intention in the Unite for Good, we want to encourage people how to read, not only the young generation. So it's the young, the educated and the old.
Yes.
There's a possibility of teaching the elderly how to at least read and write their names. So we are looking at that. We are looking at supporting schools. Yes, you visit a school, they do not have the right facilities, they do not have chalkboards, they do not have libraries, they do not have books. You find one has the books, but there's no library. Yes, and then as Kampala Morning Stars, our signature project is going to be in Kamocha. Initially we had done a project there, and I intend to take it on, where we support the mothers, the young mothers, and mothers living with HIV/AIDS in the slums of Kamocha. Yes, so we intend to empower them, teach them life skills, so that they can be self-sustaining. Yes.
Wonderful. I think that's a beautiful plan, and for a club that is in your special category, and I want the viewer to understand why I'm calling you special. President Ivana is going to explain why I'm calling them special, because they have one of the best recruiting mechanisms, and if we rallied behind them, we would have a lot more people join. So if you could just explain to the viewer why I'm saying it's special.
Our club is special because we meet online.
Yes.
It was a club born in COVID.
Yes.
Members are scattered all over the country.
Yes.
People work abroad, people work up country. So we find ourselves meeting mostly online. Yes. So when we don't meet online, occasionally we do hybrid meetings, physical and online. Yes. But then we also have fun fellowships once in a while, where our club members meet up, maybe for games, maybe for catch up.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So this is a club that meets online every
Friday morning.
Every
at
Friday
7 a.m.
morning. So you notice we interviewed a club that meets Monday morning, but physically, this club meets every Friday morning. Before you ease out to your weekend, the Rotary Club of Kampala Morning Stars meets on Friday morning, and it's an online club. Like I mentioned before, this is a very interesting collaboration, and it was started by Governor Sebalu, the 7x7. As I explained earlier, 7x7 means the 7 areas of focus, and I want to interview one of the presidents that is part of this collaboration, that is the Rotary Club of Saturday E-Jazz. Welcome to the Rotary Moment Show, and if you can just enlighten us.
Right, so my name is Daudi Mugabi. I am the incoming president of the Rotary Club of Saturday E-Jazz. Okay. And to answer your question about the collaboration, I want to note that prior to our year, each year had a theme behind it. This is going to be the first year without a theme.
Yes.
And what we have instead is called United for Good.
United for
The
Good.
aim there is to bring all Rotarians together to
Yes.
work together.
Yes.
Now, before we even knew what the theme was, a group of clubs, 7 of us, came together and decided to collaborate and work together on our projects. Individually, we are all young clubs, and we wanted to have an even bigger impact than we could do on our own. There are times you go for a project and your club members might not be there in the numbers that you expect. So how do you get more people to come to a community and help out, put boots on the ground and have that impact that you're looking for? That is the genesis of the idea that we have. Now, in each of these clubs had an area in which they specialize where they were strong. They had projects they were already doing as a club that had an area of focus being predominant. So we each identified what those areas were, and for Saturday E-Jazz, that happened to be environment. So once we came together, we said we'll not only come together as a clubs collaborating, but we'll each take the lead in an area of focus, of which we already had experience doing as a club. And that meant that, okay, now we know our areas of focus. Where do we work? Who do we impact? How do we do this? That's where the community of Bujo in BFC District came to be. So we identified a community that actually needed each of these areas of focus to be worked on, and by coming together, we are going to take the lead in each of those areas of focus. However, this is a joint project. So the Bujo project for Saturday E-Jazz isn't just planting trees. It's also about the education and all those other areas of focus.
So in Bujo, the Bujo community, you're going to do peace, you're going to do...
Yes.
But from the other club's contribution.
Yes.
That's a
so
wonderful
when it comes
thing.
to planting trees, you see Saturday E-Jazz front and center.
Yes.
But when it comes to education, you see Kampala Morning Stars front and center. But Saturday E-Jazz will still be involved. We will still help them collect the funds for that. It is a project that we are collaborating on, and I think today is a testimony of what collaboration can do. The installation has been a success.
This is
We've not
powerful.
been strained as clubs. If we had done this particular installation individually, for sure would have been very heavy for us. But right from the get-go, you've heard from Centenary Bank, one of our sponsors, they've been generous enough to lend us support. So just by coming together, that has shown them that we are ready to have a proper impact. That has helped us off to a good start.
But going away from this, what are your plans for E-Jazz as you become president? You have the chain. What are we to do with you?
Right, so the collaboration, of course, is a very exciting project for me. Let's put that aside because we've discussed it in detail. But we also have projects as E-Jazz that we are taking on. One of them is in an environmental park in Soroti University. We want to have an eco-friendly park for the students that we're working on now. This is a park whereby when it comes to the rubbish bins, they are eco-friendly in the sense that there's recyclable and non-recyclable. There is no plastic in the park, there are trees around, everything is natural, and there's a forest surrounding it. So we want to educate the students in the university about loving the environment and actually seeing firsthand through the park what this environment will look like for them. So that's a project that we are working on. We've already started working on it, but we'll continue to work on that. In my year, I hope to move significantly in that direction in terms of the number of trees that we plant and the progress that we make on the park. But in addition to that, it's an exciting project that we want to work on veering away from our environment area of focus that we tend to do, and that is on mental health. Mental health is something that is very prevalent in our society. A lot of professions are struggling with it, students are struggling with it as well, and so it is something that we want to bring to the attention of the public. We want to have talks where we talk about signs of mental health, how you can battle it, and all that kind of stuff to help us create awareness. So it is something that we want to create and hit the drum of mental health awareness.
Wonderful. So your members are watching you right now. What should they expect? What do you expect from them? What do you want them to do for you? When I'm moving around Tinder, there's a signpost that you guys put up somewhere. It has Saturday E-Jazz. It's almost near Governor Ann's home. And every time I find that signpost, I'm like, it only has Saturday E-Jazz. And it's interesting that is the only thing that we see. So I want you to talk to your club members. What is it that you want them to do for you this year? And I know you're mostly online.
Yeah.
And we have had a lot of them streaming online today. What is it that you want them to do for you this year? How do you want them to help you have better impact?
Well, the key message for members is this year, let us walk the talk. As Rotarians, I would love us to come together. When it comes to servicing projects, let us be on the ground. But most importantly, let us grow Rotary. Let us try and tell anyone that we can find about Rotary so that we can grow our membership, because it is in those numbers that we can have an even bigger impact. When it comes to your status, because we're an e-club, don't just post what you've seen here today. Post those pictures of us doing a project.
Yes.
Take pictures of us helping societies and communities so that people can become aware about Rotary. And as an e-club, because most of our activities are posted online, our meetings are online, invite as many people as you can from all over the world, because it's not restricted to our geographic location. And let's drum that beat of Rotary. It's here to service above self really. So let's promote Rotary and be active.
For many of you who remember 2023 in Muyenga, when we were opening the first night, that brilliant, and if we can bring the shot back for you, the lady I'm interviewing today championed the 7 areas of focus, and we were able to visualize what it means to have the 7 areas of focus. Welcome with me, Victoria Chigundu, who is the incoming president for the Rotary Club. No, come on.
The Rotary Club of Kampala Alebad.
No.
Yes. I know.
My
My dear Rotary Moment is gonna have a lot of trouble interviewing me because she's my kid sister. This time I'm going to interview her. Come, I interview you, Carol.
Okay,
so have you really enjoyed the night?
Yes, I think for me this, and I hope you're recording this. Yes, I have. Why? Because I'm excited to see 7 clubs come together. The 7 clubs coming together, the 7 clubs, and from different generations. You have a baby who is 3, you have 5-year-olds, you have 2-year-olds. But as you're interviewing me, let's take the ball back to you. I want to learn this idea. I know that we visually saw this on stage, different people dancing. And now to see Alibad finally pick this up in your year as you became president, and congratulations. Let's talk about that, President. Vicky.
Thank you, Carol. This is coming from the 99th Discon, where we showcased and did a fashion show on the Rotary 7 areas of focus. Some of the clubs are coming back. You know, we had Rotary Club of Kampala, Alebad, we had Rotary Club of Sonde, and we also had Rotary Club of Nsasa at that time. And so we said, you know, does it stop just on stage? And you know, we exist in Rotary for service.
Yes.
And because we exist for service, we want to make an impact. And when you see the world today needs Rotary more than ever before. Uganda needs Rotary more than ever before because of everything that's happening in the development space. So we said, how do we make it, how do we make this collaboration bigger to achieve impact.
Yeah.
And so this is the whole, starting point.
The power of collaboration. Yeah.
And I must tell you that, we've been all greatly, inspired because, even when you're looking for 7 million shillings as a club, and your 7 clubs,
yes, that it's easier.
Yeah, everyone chips in $1 million, and you already have the 7.
Yeah.
And so there's so much, synergy. The function that you've just seen, it was so light on the president, unlike normally, and yet it's been such a big vibe. Everyone's happy, and so those are the things that we really are very excited about, and we know that as we go to the communities, it will make a big difference. We orchestrated the collaboration, but we are in it together.
Yes.
We are all equal partners in this.
Yeah.
And so, there is not one club that's weaker than the other.
Yes.
Everyone brings different synergies. For example, when I look at my Daudi Ijas, it's a small club, but the power of organization that club has, the power of social media that they've been able to give us is super, super exciting.
Everybody brings
Kira
something to that
is
table.
such a great club. It's been doing community service for a very long time. And so we are learning. How do we go about things? How do we bring everything together? And one thing I'm sure that you have not heard so far tonight is that we represent all the days of the week.
Oh,
indeed,
I have
Monday.
Yes.
On the Monday, you start with Alebad.
Yes.
On the Wednesday, you stop at Chira. On the Thursday, you go to Impala. On the Friday, you're at Morning Stars. And on Saturday, you're at Ijas. And then on Sunday, you're at Sunday. And so we are representing the week. And therefore, every day is an opportunity for us to remind people about Rotary and to make a difference. And for me, that's super exciting.
That's a wonderful submission. Going back to Kampala Alibad, your president, and we're expecting only good things, my dear. You've set the bar so high, and I would like to hear your strategy for the year. While we have all the collaboration with the other clubs, you have 7 implementations this year with the 7 other clubs. But what is that you're going to do with Kampala Alibad? You as President Vicky Chigundu, what is it that you're planning to achieve? Because as a club, I'm sure you have a plan and goals to achieve this year.
In summary, it's 3 things.
Yes.
We want to grow in membership.
Wonderful.
And
from what
not
number?
just the numbers, it's the engagement.
Okay.
We are a club that was born in COVID in 2020.
Yes.
We are a Monday morning club.
Yes.
And so there's not really chimeza. Our chimeza is coffee.
Yeah.
And so, the membership engagement is critical for us to come together, for us to know more about each other so that we can be inspired to serve. So that's our number 1 target.
Okay.
We also want to grow in giving to the Rotary Foundation.
Wonderful.
And as we give, we want to also use the global grant.
Yes.
And so hopefully we can get our first global grant this year so that we can be able to make a difference and really impact the communities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the third thing?
And the third thing, we want to grow in service.
Yes.
And the way we will grow in service is first through the 7x7 collaboration, but also to take our signature project to the next level. We've already been sourcing support in kind, so that we can build the classroom in Lukumbi, in St. Denis Sebugwawo, a school that was destroyed during the war, and so little kids have to go very far to get an education. And so those are our 3 main focus areas. And I'm excited that the club is coming along.
Yes.
And I know that we'll be able to, make big milestones to get there.
Well, big plans for President Chigundu here, who we know is definitely going to achieve.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
An amazing night for Rotary in Uganda, but also Rotary International, because we have just witnessed one-of-a-kind collaboration, one-of-a-kind level at which Rotary takes a step forward to ensuring that we implement. Imagine all these leaders coming together and ensuring that they're implementing in one area, but not just at project implementation, even their installations. These clubs have always had their own installations, but they finally came together. And some of the things that the presidents have told us is that it has been very easy for them to, organize this installation because they did not have to struggle with financing, with the organization. They came together. That is a very good idea of leadership, a very good step in the right direction in terms of collaboration. I want to congratulate all the 7 presidents that have managed to pull this off. I want to congratulate everyone who orchestrated this idea, and I want to congratulate you, my viewer, who is there watching the Rotary moment, allowing us to bring this to your table. Thank you very much for allowing us in your living room. My name is Carol Chazekakoza, here at the Rotary Moment Show, and I'm from the Rotary Club of Chiwatule. And I want to thank you for learning with me, because today has been an amazing night. Why? Because